Why y'all playing soft? Soft offers don't land. Power offers do. And there's so many of y'all that have these nice, beautiful, gorgeous websites and these soft ass offers to accompany it, okay? I talk about offers a lot. This is one of those times. I know you can probably scroll back in my episodes so you can find I'm always getting on y'all about y'all offers. The more marketing becomes harder and harder to get through the muck and what's real and what's AI, and there's just so much information that we're consuming at a massive rate. I need you to stand out. Only listen to this episode today if you want to stand out. Today, I'm walking you through why your offer is invisible, and I'm going to give you what I believe are some tools that can help you craft a power offer that actually converts. Yes? So let's kind of like break down the anatomy of a weak ass offer. A weak ass offer is usually going to have weak ass words. I have a few prepared, so let me refer to my notes. Free consults, weak. Let's connect, weak. DM me, ready, weak. It doesn't register for serious buyers. Does it register for people? Absolutely. And is that a way for lead gen and different things like that? But as we are testing our funnels and we're testing the different methods of communication, we have to find different angles, roads, and avenues to get to our ideal avatar. Are y'all with me? Stay with me. So let's check what makes a true power offer. Listen, it has to be very specifically clear in the who, clear in the path, clear in the container. I'm about to break down just so many different things for you guys. Just got to hold on. The who is when you are really identifying and calling out who your offer is for. And I'm not talking about you just saying like the busy mom over 40, but getting really specific so that person can be like, oh, hell yeah, she's talking to me. And then the clear outcome is the transformation that you provide. The path is how we get there, and the container is how long is it going to take? Especially because most of the folks that listen to me are holistic, alternative, functional, integrative and naturopaths and, holistic. And we have all these super cool and unique ways for helping people reverse disease, get into the root cause and all of that. But I don't know if I like your offer because you're not really telling me how long it's going to take before I can see some real results. So I think sometimes we forget that those are critical elements of what makes an offer essentially sticky. And before I get out of here, we're going to actually go through a couple of examples, and I hope that none of them are yours. And if they are, this is a safe space. We're all here to learn from each other, right? What I want us to walk through is kind of what the health buyer psychology is. Fears. You have folks that live on both sides of the spectrum, right? Where they're like, let me buy right now, and then I'm going to blame you later if things don't work. Let me get it. And then you have those that show a lot more discernment in their buying habits, which means that you gotta be clear and talk to them so that you can really get through and they can make a decision easily. A lot of times they have a big fear of wasting time and money, y'all. How many of us have wasted time and or money or any sort of combination of the both on doctors, coaches, trainers, courses, programs, clinics? I mean, you name it, right? Especially if we are the more informed buyer, we are gonna be a little bit more persnickety when we're looking at your shit. We're the ones that are gonna be looking all through the stuff to see what exactly are you really selling me, and is the transformation something believable? Also, people are wanting personalization and proof. In the health space now, specifically in the world that we're talking about on this podcast, talking about disruptive health brands and things like that, people want personalized healthcare and they want proof that you've done it. I know that this sucks for some of our folks that are new into the health space and trying to make your first million in the first 6 months, but baby, you better prove it. You better prove that your protocols, that your way of doing things works. You better find some folks and run a beta. You better get some folks to give you a testimonial. I need to see proof all surrounding that offer, right? I want you to also know that for the health buyer, when they're looking, they want to see more than symptom relief. They want to see an identity shift because of whatever it is that you're providing. And I can't think of any niche at all in the health space where people aren't looking for a change, where they're not looking for an outcome to be better, for some true long-lasting healing, right? So what I want us to do is let's start repositioning our offers in a position of power, not being soft. So let's take a look at some examples of some softer offers, and let's see what we can do to kind of change some of these said offers. Here's one. If this resonates, DM me, ready. Soft. I'd love to support you on your health journey. Let's connect. Soft. Spots are open for my one-on-one if you feel called. What? That just sounds fake. Soft. Book a free consult and we'll see if it's a fit. soft. All of these are soft. No, 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 no. I'm not pricked to do anything right now, immediately, today or tomorrow. Especially if it's weight related, I'd rather just sit around and be fat instead of asking you to nudge me to work with you. I can tell you that for sure. Let's break down why these don't work. The reason why is because there's no clear decision in any of them. There's no moment where the buyer is actually like, I have to decide to do something. I have to wake up and do something and be different. It's just vibes you're giving me right now. You're not giving me commitment. You're just placating to the part of me that doesn't like to take action. You're making it easy. You're also not giving me a clear outcome, right? Book a call with you and what? Change my life? Book a call with you and what? We gonna talk about my mama? Book a call with you and what's the next step? Why are we just exploring? Let's really get into real granular about why I need to speak with you about anything. Most serious health buyers have tried 10 things. So chatting isn't compelling. It's actually quite exhausting, if the truth be told. So now let's take some of what I just gave you and now let's reposition it into more of a power offer. Remember, that's the who, the outcome, the path, the container. Let's talk about an offer that we feel like will resonate with somebody that is serious. Here's an offer. So if you're a woman between the age of 30 and 55 who has been told that your labs are normal while you still deal with daily exhaustion, puffiness, and that whole I don't feel like myself vibe, then check me out. I run a 4-month root cause reset where we're going to make sure we do a deep dive assessment and give you really targeted, personalized labs. We are going to build personalized protocols for your hormones, your gut, and your nervous system so we can attack all of the puffiness, the exhaustion, and not feeling like yourself. And then on top of that, you're going to meet with me and my clinical team twice a month so we can adjust your plan and make sure it fits. And we're going to do all of this in 3 months. And honestly, I only take 10 new patients a quarter. So if you want to explore working together, then the next steps, I need you to go ahead and apply. I want you to use the link in my show notes and I'll review it and let you know if it's a match within 48 hours. Y'all, it works. It's the same offer I use when I'm working with my strategy clients because true enough, I only take a certain amount each month. True enough, I only work with disruptive health brands. True enough, you have to have a certain revenue level and have certain things in place if you're going to work with me. An offer with me is as specific as it fucking gets, truth be told. So look at your page and look at your offers and tell me, are you really telling us exactly what we need to know so that we can make a decision right then, there, in the moment? Are you telling us who it's for? Are you telling us what it's for? A path to get there? Are you telling us the possible outcome? Are you creating a container which gives us a time limiter? And then what about the tension? Because you're not taking every fucking body. You only have about 2 days to make a decision. Who, outcome, path, container, tension. Those are the makings of a power offer. So go ahead and head on over to my show notes so that you can copy and paste this and use this for your next power offer. And I want you to like, share, subscribe to this podcast everywhere that podcasts are available. Make sure you holler at me on Instagram at I am Lauren Powers. You know I'm a little bit of a nut over there. And I will see you on the next episode of Power Moves, health, marketing, and real life shit.